Hi and welcome. In today's video lesson, we are going to learn how to set up a new Kahoot account, create a game in Kahoot, and understand the benefits of using Kahoot in the classroom. So here is a video of students using Kahoot on their interactive whiteboards using different devices, and you can see how fully engaged and excited they are to answer these multiplication questions. So Kahoot is an interactive game that is used on the whiteboard and using individual devices. The best thing is that it's free and students can use any device. And you don't have to set up passwords or set up a class. Anyone could join. I like using Kahoot as a warm-up, an icebreaker, pre-assessment on before I start a new topic or unit. I've used them as a daily quick check or exit ticket. I've used them as a test after the end of a unit. And I've used it as just a quick check-in into different topics that I'm teaching. So let's get started. So to create a new account, you're going to go to kahoot.com, Kahoot.com. Click enter, and you're going to come to their homepage that looks like this. And you're going to go to sign up. You're going to click there. This should only take a few seconds. You're going to go to teacher, school, and you're going to set up an account with an email or password, or you can sign in with Google. And I'm going to sign in with Google. Click my name. And it always goes back to this screen. It's a little wonky like that. So it's very engaging. The kids really get a kick out of it, and it gives you great assessment at the end, real time, on whatever topic you're doing. So once we have your account, you come to a page that looks like this, and now we're going to move on to creating a new game. So all I'm going to do is click the button that says Create, and you'll come to create a new Kahoot into a screen that looks like this. There's a couple sections that you will be needing to use every time you create a new question in Kahoot. So the first thing is you're going to do is you're only going to do this once per game, is create a title. So I'm teaching about the moon, so I'm going to just give it the name Moon. I don't need to really give it a description. You can click here to change the image. If you want like a picture of the moon or something along those lines, you can click change. It'll take you to a link that you can get free from Kahoot, or you can save, and you could pull up an image that's saved on your desktop or on your computer. It says language, and I really don't need to change anything else here, and I'm just going to click done. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to put in your question. So this box where it says click to start typing your question, that's what you would do. You would click here and you would put in your questions, and down here it's a multiple choice option. There's 4 boxes where you would put in 4 different answer choices. I would suggest doing for each game maybe 10 to 12 questions. For today's sake, we're just going to do maybe 3 just to show you the steps on how to do that. So we're going to click our first question. And we're going to just ask a basic starter question. What is the moon? Okay, now I'm going to put in some answer choices. I'm going to put star, planet, sun, ball of rock. And that's pretty much what we teach in first grade. So now we have a question and we have possible answer choices. Again, this is not where the students are playing. This is you just setting up your game. Most importantly here, you need to click the correct answer. Ball of rock. Over here, it's the time limit. This is the limit the students will have in order to finish the questions. Since these are multiple choice, 20 seconds is plenty. You can click it if you want it to be less or more. And since we have our first question, I've clicked the correct answer choice, and I'm going to just add another question. Here are the different types of questions if you want them to type in a simple answer. Maybe for some older kiddos, a true false, a quiz, a poll. There's different options you can do. We're just going to stick with these two basic ones today. I'm going to do a true false. The moon gives light to the sun. True or false? This is false. Remember clicking that circle for your selecting the correct answer. I probably don't need a question mark there. Just put a period. And we're going to click add a question. And I go back to that multiple choice quiz. My third question. The moon appears to change shape because of ... Let's see, because the sun. Its phases the earth, the water. Okay, so we've got 4 possible answer choices. This button I didn't mention here, but it's set to single. That means that there's only one correct. If you wanted to have multiple answers, you can just select multi-select. But I wanted to only have one. And it appears because of the phases. And so we have our 3 questions, and I've marked again in that circle. I want to hit preview. I want to see what this looks like. Okay, I've got my question, the moon appears to change shape, and I've got my answer choices if I'm satisfied with those. Down at the bottom here, it shows all 3. 1, 2, 3. My countdown timer. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm going to click exit preview, and then I'm going to click done in the top right hand corner here. As I'm finished with this quiz, I'm satisfied. Now it's kind of setting it up for you. Here, it's ready to be played, so you can play now. You can share it with your teammates or parents, or send a link home if they're doing some virtual learning in Test Kahoot. So we're just going to click done because I want you to see where it stores on your home page in your Kahoot account. It should show right in the center and is right at the very top of this would be your new ones. If you had any others saved, it would be below this. So it always pops up the newest one first. So what I'm going to do here is, before we play it, I want to show you what the student's view will look like while I'm showing you what you would be doing. So let's see if we could share my screen here. So that'll be my side. And my students, what will they be doing? Okay, so here's what my desktop is going to look like, and this is what they're going to see on the interactive whiteboard. So for the kids to log in on their device, they need to go to Kahoot It, not Kahoot.com, Kahoot It. This is play Kahoot, enter their PIN. Okay, where are we going to get the PIN number? That's where you notice that they don't have to put in any passwords or anything like that right now. You're gonna click now back to your screen, what you are doing. They can't see you right now. They just see this. They're sitting at their Chromebook and they're just seeing this, waiting for you to show them a PIN number on the board, on your whiteboard, your interactive whiteboard. So click play. Teach. Again, very simple. This means each player will be playing against themselves, and this is if they're going to play in a group and they're going to have to give it a group name. We're going to just play 1-to-1, and you're going to give a PIN number. Get rid of that noise. So the students have to put in this number. Now this is going to show up on the interactive whiteboard, okay, because you're connected to your smartboard. And now the kids are on their screen. Again, this is all they're seeing. They see this on the whiteboard. Here is their computer screen. So they need to put in 1, 4, 4, 4, 6, 3, 8 and hit enter. and they are logged in and ready to play. The only thing they need to do is type their name, make them use their name, and click OK. So as your players pop up, it'll show how many are registered in each person's name. So you're going to wait until you have your whole class. So since today I only have one player, I'm ready to click Start. Okay, so here's what's popping up on the whiteboard, and here's what the students see on their desktop. So they're going to look up, what is the moon? Now you might want to read the choices, and this is what they see on their screen. So if they think the moon is the sun, they would click blue. It needs to correspond with the answer choices here. Since it is a ball of rock, green, they're going to click green, or the square. Makes it very simple for the little friends to play. If they run out of time, which like we just did here, it's going to show that. Okay, so I'm going to click Next. This little part here, it'll show how many clicked star, how many clicked sun, how many clicked planet, and how many clicked ball of rock. So I'll click Next. They're waiting now for their new question. I'll pop up on the whiteboard. This is a scoreboard that'll go up each time. It'll show the points that each person had. All your players, sometimes it usually just shows a few people. Nick has 0. It'll just go through the different kiddos. Usually it's the leaderboard. Click Next. Now we're going to that true false. The moon gives light to the sun. True or false. If they want true, they picked blue. Red for false. We're going to click false. They get that correct. Gives them some points. It tells you, and it shows the class how many clicked false and how many clicked true. Click Next, your scoreboard. And the third question, read that to the students. Maybe read them the choices if they're the littler kids. And that is because of the phases, which these match that gold color or circle. And there they're finished. Okay, so now we want to see, how did the class do? How did each individual do? Let's go to get our report. Okay, so here's where we can click Full Report. Now they can no longer see. So they're off doing something else, and if you want to get some feedback. It gives a summary. 66% of it was correct. It's going to give you each individual player's score. And it's going to give you a breakdown of questions. How many got question number 1 right? Well, we had no one get that question right, so that might be an indicator of where you want to reteach that as a whole group. And then if you just had maybe 1 or 2 kids miss one of the other questions, that might be just something you can use in small group, and you just get some real-time data. I don't have to collect any papers, I don't have to grade anything, I have everything I need right here. So I hope you enjoy using Kahoot. I hope you've learned how to set up that new account, log in and create a new game. And I hope you and your students really enjoy this and get some fun out of using Kahoot. Thanks for watching.